Hey everyone, stop using simple console.log in JavaScript. Try this instead actually. So debugging, something that programmers try to hard to avoid, only make more bugs in the code actually. Coding without bugs is something even best to programmers would find hard actually, which is why you should always debug the code actually. And one of the best ways to debug that JavaScript code is that console.log. Except there are better ways actually. So we'll see actually. So in this video we'll be talking about that how to debug the code using that console object actually. So let's deep dive into that. Alright, so here is my playground, and in that, so I can type console.log. So I can just type intellisenseAI. So if you just put that console.log and under that quotes, so if you pass the string, that console will it get that intellisenseAI actually. Here are some better options actually, because this is normal console.log. Instead of that, here are some better options actually, using this make process of debugging a lot easier and faster actually. So you can use console dot, instead of log you can use warn. So we will get that warning actually. So intelli warning, so I can type that. So if you get that, so automatically that normal log will it shows like that, and that warning log will it show some warning highlighting actually. And there is another thing is there that called console dot error actually. So in that console dot error will it return that errors actually, so you can trace the errors. So I can type intelli error. So here's the thing, so you can easily to find out the difference. So normal console.log and that warning and the error. So based on that, that color code will it get identifier actually. And your console messages would get mixed up and you can't find the messages that looking for. So that's why we're using that console.var and console.error. So are good ways to overcome this actually. And that timing, and the next thing is the timing operation actually. So want to see how much time that piece of code took to run actually. So in that part we can use that time function actually. So I can type console dot time. So in that I can type intelli time. So I can just type it actually. So for this object we didn't get anything related with that output actually. So this is for starting thing, and I can run that some piece of code for. So in that for I can just run like 1000. So I don't need that. Okay, so I can just put that some piece of code, and along with that, the next thing time end actually. So I can put that some piece of code along with time end. So in that intelli time. So oops, spell mistake. Yeah, click time. So as you can see that this piece of line will take 0 milliseconds only. So I can increase that. As you can see that, so this 5 to 7, this lines of code of piece of lines will it take 0.09 milliseconds will it take to run actually. So usually if we need to find out that my program how much will it time to take will it run actually. So for that we can use the third-party libraries or something npm packages will it to search actually. We don't need that actually, so we can simply use that our console library. So in that console object you can use the time and register with the intelli time, and you can run with that some piece of code, and also console.timenet. So same as I can register it, and between those lines I can calculate that very easily actually. So here's the thing, will it get more easier actually. And that next thing we will get some tracing actually. So tracing how the code will it do the tracing actually using this console object actually. So want to see how a function was called actually. So in that I can just type function trace, and in that I can type console dot trace. So I can just put it over there, there is no error, and function random function. So in that random function, so I can just simply call that trace actually. So over here there is a method called a random function that calls a trace, which is called a console.trace. So when you call the random function you will get a output like some random that trace things actually. Alright, my current that playground we didn't support that trace thing object, so that's why I can using this Chrome just console window. So in that I can put it that, so in that as you can see that why that issue is come, so that undefined, so like that will it, that issues will come. And when you call the random function you will get that input like actually. So and also you can see that grouping that console messages as well actually. So and if you group the console messages you can make your console easier to read actually. So the first thing I can just type console.log. So in that I can type test1. So and the next thing see that console dot, instead of log I can type that group. Oops, sorry. Yeah, group. So in that group, so I can type my message group. So I can just type it, and the next thing in that I can starting that grouping the message actually. So console.log. Oops. All right. So console.log test2 and like test2. So in that I can type test3, test4 like that. So after that console.log, instead of log I can type group end. So if I enter that, so in that I can just simply do that. So I can create a first log and console.group, in that my message group test 2 3 4, and after that I can type that console group end actually. So under that my message group I can get that test 2 3 4. These are the things under the grouping actually. So if I enter that, as you can see that my message group under the test 2 test 3 test 4, like that all the things I'll be get actually. So this is how will it work actually. So all the test2 messages comes under that my message group actually. And also there is another thing is there, erase the console.log actually. So in that, as you can just simply type that console.clear. So if you type that, all the console will it get clear actually. And also you can visualize that data also. I have two imagine we have here two objects actually. So in that let me type it. So here is the two objects. So in that person 1 we have a weirdo and 23 singing, and person 2 I can put some name, age infinity, and hobby programming. So I can put that actually. And so in that so I can just simply put console.log, and in that person 1 and person 2. So if I type that, so that console.log would make the data looks messy actually. So and we can use the table actually. So that console.table. So in that I can just simply pass the two objects. So first one is person 1 along with that person 2. So if I enter that, so automatically that data will clean, and they never know actually JavaScript consoles can look so clean, right? And the next thing, the very important thing, yeah. So I can clear it. So the next thing, CSS in the console. Yes, you can add the CSS to the console as well actually. So in that I can just simply type console.log. So in that console.log you can add the CSS as well. So inside the double quotes I can add the C character, allow intellisenseAI channel. So I can put it over there, and after that I can comma. So that color is a red, and that background color is light blue, and also border I can add it that. So border, it's a solid actually. So if I add that, I love intellisenseAI color red, and background color light blue, and border solid. So if I enter that, as you can see that I love intellisenseAI channel actually. So notice that percentage C sign, that is where in that magic lies actually. So this is what I want to share with you guys, and I hope you guys you really like that video. And if you really like that video, please subscribe my channel for more videos like this in the future. And also if you have any queries, please leave them in the comment section below. I'm happy to respond. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye. We hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you did, Please hit the like button and consider to subscribe our channel for more videos like this in the future. Also, don't forget to share this video with your friends and colleagues who might find it useful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below and we'll be happy to respond. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next video.